We are going to have 28 seconds to go at the line. Marc taking it nice and easy now. Taking it calm and cool. Cool as the other side of the pillow at night. No mistakes from the world champ. We're at 18 seconds to go. Down the straightaway he goes. Can Marc Rheinard become the first back-to-back three-time touring car champion of the world? We will know in 10 seconds. It is the Tamiya number one coming on in the straightaway. 5 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is expired. Finish the lap you're on. Marc Rheinard, you are finished as he is on his cool down lap. Give him a round of applause. Your 2010 champion of the world, Marc Rheinard.
Yeah, it was basically like back in, I guess, 1994. My father had like a own track with a hobby shop, and yeah, I always went there after school, went to the track, practiced a lot, and my first car was a Tamiya front-wheel drive. So I practiced every day with this, and then did Tamiya Cup. Oh, to be honest, like the really first race, I have no idea, but I think the first okay race was in 1995 with the German Tamiya Cup Nationals. I did the B main, finished 11th or 12th. And in 1996 I won the Tamiya Cup in front-wheel drive and went to the European Championship.
Yeah, the story is I'm a model flyer, so I try to go with my sons to model planes and to start with it. We crashed the first 2 planes and then we changed to cars because it's more cheaper. And then we had a small gas station, an old one, and there was a small track, and then I bought them a Tamiya, 4-wheel drive and a Formula, and that was a start to go to the car scene, to the RC car. And it started when he was 5 years old and Tony was 7. Yeah.
Actually, it was just like I like to drive, so he didn't really push me or force me to do it. And no, it was from both sides. We both liked the hobby, or all of us, and I didn't have any pressure. If I would like to stop at that time, he said, no, you don't need to do it. So it's not like any pressure. I think in the Tamiya Cup I was like a little bit faster, but then we went to Kyle Cup, like a little bit higher category. He was actually faster than me for like the 2 or 3 years. I was always like step back, but no, it was just like a fairway. We didn't think about like a kind of profession at that time. It was just like a hobby and just enjoying it.
Yeah, we kind of had some hard moments in the past because I was racing myself in the past, and we were pretty same in the beginning when we started, and then like when he got world champion in 2004, he did it as a profession while I was working, and yeah, I had to respect the different life. I mean, we get along with each other always very good, but
I think we started pretty much the same time. I think he was just 1 year older, but like the first time we drove, I think it was at the same time.
Yeah, for Tony always hard moments because Tony is a good driver because he practiced a lot like normally everybody. But Marc never did. And when Marc was racing and Tony was racing and made good lap time, he said, Marc, come on, drive. And then Marc said, no, no, no. And then he took the transmitter. The third lap he was faster, and then Tony was not so happy. Yeah, it was not always easy. But Tony was the first after the World Championship in America 2004 who beat him. There was the other big races like LRP Masters and Thailand. But Tony was German champion, national champion 2005, and Marc was second. So that was also what makes me maximum proud, that he beat him.
Yeah, like the first World Championship title was in 2004. I was like a semi-sponsored driver. I got parts from Tamiya, but not like travels paid or stuff. Yeah, so I went there. I did some okay races before the Wels, so I was like always in like top 3 or like showing that I am a pretty okay driver. So we went there on our own, my family and me. So we went to the Wels in Florida. Didn't expect anything, so we just went there. A little bit holiday as well, and then we came to the race. And yeah, from the first practice on, the car was awesome, and I think I TQ'd 4 out of 5 qualifying rounds, and yeah, and then I won the race.
No, it was for us. Everybody knows that when he was 17 years old, the first time to America, to the World Championship. Yeah, everybody knows, and we also know that he's a good driver, but we didn't expect to make top 10. And at the end, he won from 6 qualifications, 5. In the 6th one, the motor was broken. And my wife and me, we couldn't follow the final because we were away. I couldn't see it. My heart would explode. And then we got the message that he is world champion, and it was, for us, unbelievable.
Yeah, the second one, 2008, yeah, it came down to the last final, which was an awesome race. I mean, my chances were not so good to win the Worlds, but yeah, when I saw the chance and I was faster than Hara, I had to try to make a move, and yeah, everybody knows the move, and it worked out.
And now we return to Thailand for the final time, for the climax of the World Championship meeting, the final leg of the Touring Car World.
The third and deciding leg then. Hara at the front of the grid in pole position. Another win here, and it's all down to him. So this is it. It comes down to this race. Andy Moore almost urging his car forward before even we get the go signal. And Hara leads away. There's all kinds of carnage in behind him, but the first three have got away clean. Hara, Rheinard and Volker. Victor Vilker's already dropped back a couple of places there. Certainly we've had some cracking racing here. And Rheinard, look how quick he is there. He's keeping the power on so late. Riding the curbs. Risking getting the car sideways. This is the battle for the lead. Can't get any closer than that. Tremendous stuff. And Rheinard just deciding that for that moment, discretion was the better part of valor. Coming down to 2.5 minutes to run. And the leaders have been locked together from the start of this race. Atsushi Hara with a first and a fourth position. Marc Rheinard with a fifth, excuse me. Oh, and a second, and he just gets up the inside. The crowd reaction was all you needed to hear there. That was very close to an action replay of what happened in the first heat between these two guys when they were battling for the lead. Rheinard, though, managed to back out of it enough to give the leader a sporting chance there. Good driving by the German. But you can't deny that through those twisties, the German looks quicker, and he's trying even to shortcut. And again, there's a collective intake of breath from the very knowledgeable crowd here. And down the inside and almost alongside for a moment. Reinhardt's got the quicker car. No doubt in my mind about that now, that the German has got the quicker car, but at the moment he just can't take advantage of it. Great driving by Hara ahead of him. The key here for the Japanese driver is not to buckle under the pressure. He's got to just drive his own lines and try to keep his concentration. Then it's all down to Reinhard in second there to make the move. There's all kinds of battles going on further down the field, but I daren't take my eyes off the lead. Again, locked together. First to the left, then to the right. Reinhardt's down the inside. He's through. He's through. And just listen to the crowd. You heard what they thought. Now let's have a look at this again. That's right at the end of the manoeuvre. Down the inside. Well, you know what? It's a bit robust, but side-to-side contact, not too bad at all. I think Reinhard had the corner there, and he managed to hold on to it. Oh, there's the mistake from Hara in second place. He's handed up back on his wheels. Well, that's just remarkable. Let's have another look here. Reinhardt, well, in fact, Reinhardt leaves a gap there. And I wonder, I'm going to take that back. I don't think that was a mistake by Atsushi Hara. I think he saw the gap. Look, you see the leader's gone a bit onto the curb, leaves the inside open. Hara thinks he can make it, but just misjudges the end of the curb, which sends him flying. I would say that's probably one of the best, if not the best, World Championship races ever. Marc Rheinard taking the congratulations.
Yeah, Wels is always special, but right now I think the ETS series and the TRTC used to be like a really good one, but right now I'm not a big fan anymore. But I think it's more to the ETS. Yeah, I think we as a team, we came in the race with like a small advantage because we practiced more with the gear diff and everybody else was on the wall diff. And we knew that our car was going to be awesome there. And I got a little bit lucky to TQ because Gilles had some problem with his radio, which is a teammate of me. And yeah, the TQ was important because in this small track it's hard to pass. And yeah, I think in both finals I just had a clear track behind me because they had some incidents and I could just kind of cruise to the win. 214, yeah, 214. Yeah, I just drive 12 like at the World Championships. I didn't practice it all before, but I got a good car from CSC. Pumpy was my mechanic, and yeah, I mean, I think I started second, and Auto was first, and then he had a crash and then passed him. I I didn't think that they're going to win this race. I just came here just to drive and hope to do a good result. For sure it was. I didn't expect this, but as soon as the race started, I could see my pace is good, so I had a good chance. Not anymore. No, I think since 2005 when I won the Wels, or 2006, I got my first good contracts with the brand companies, and just doing a thing. I mean, I'm traveling a lot, so there's not so much time to do something different. And when I'm home, I just want to relax and have a good time, and that's going to like a kind of normal job. There's one country I've never been to, but I really want to go. That's Australia. But otherwise, I like to go to Bangkok. I mean, the people are super friendly there, and I mean, there are many nice cities in the world. Hong Kong I like a lot. USA is always nice, but it would be nothing for me to live. Just to be there a couple of weeks is fine. And but I would never move from Europe or let's say Germany. I mean, a race is always fun. I like it, but it just sucks when you have a bad result and or if you feel already in the practice you're gonna have no chance, then it's already like, what am I doing here? I want to go home. But normally, many people say the traveling is like hard, but to me, I just like to travel. For me, it's no problem to go on an airplane, sit there for 10 hours and go to USA or Bangkok, wherever. But no, that's not really a bad part. There are more positive parts than negative. I want to win just every race. I want to win another Worlds, and especially now the competition in touring cars is getting bigger and bigger. So like everybody needs to be focused and on point. So I always try to push me and the team push, and because I love it, so I just do what I love. For sure, I'm gonna stay. Or I hope I'm gonna stay in the industry, like doing RC stuff. I'm gonna drive as long as possible to do good. But as soon as the young guys coming up and are faster, or my reactions are not good anymore, the eyes are bad, and maybe I do together with my brother Tony Sport, which is going pretty well, and push my own brand, and I will for sure stay in industry.
Yeah, he prepared. He has his own brand products like MR33, and I'm sure he will continue like the most of the guys. They need it. He learned a job. He learned my profession, but at the end, I'm sure he prepared everything to keep in the RC car scene in business when he is no more good enough to win big races.
I remember back in 1999, 2000, in the Tamiya Cup, I raced with Marc. I was finally getting better and faster and was able to race with Marc for the win. And I actually beat him. Maybe he doesn't remember anymore, but I remember that it was the first time I faced him on the track with a Tamiya FF01 or something like this. And then later on, like the 2006 races, the 2006 series, or 2007 at the DHI Cup. I think it was the first time I had a win, a big win, and I was racing with him and Andy Moore for the win. And I remember we had some close racing and qualification and the finals. Overall, since so many years, he's definitely my biggest rival. Since 10 years, we race so many times in a year together. And we are on a very similar level, so 10, 15 times a year we battle with each other, and we had some pretty intense fight in that time, some good and better races for both of us, and definitely he will be, together with me, one of the big contenders for the Beijing Worlds. Actually, in the earlier years we had some fights on the track and some some arguments with each other, but I think over the years the respect increased, and I know him better, he knows me better, and I think we are now better rivals on the track than before. So it's more clean, it's more fair, pretty close racing, and definitely that relation increased over the years.
Yeah, we're testing a lot. I mean, we're still not really on top, but we're getting closer and closer from race to race, and. Yeah, for sure. In China, we have to try everything to beat the other teams, and that's what we're working for now.
I think that would be difficult because we're both quite similar, and I think in terms of we want to win, and we have a similar speed, so it will be interesting for sure. But we'll see what happens in the future. Yeah, he's very hard to overtake, and he's hard to race anyway. He doesn't give up, so as I'm. So this makes us, while we have also similar driving styles, makes us some good rivals. As we racing for different teams, we have the same goals, we have the same passion for racing. So this is one of the reasons why he's my biggest contender.
Okay, what I really like on Marc is that he never gives up in racing. If you take this race, for example, he's sitting third in the grid. He knows he has a chance to win, and he always takes this chance, even if it's looking not really good. But he's like a professional racer, and he never gives up. That's basically what I want to say. And the minuses are like the negative things. Sometimes his behavior is sometimes a little bit rude, and it kind of makes him also attractive, because if you have a person always being too friendly, it's no one who can have like a proper attitude. For example, if you have Cristiano Ronaldo, like you have 50% people like him, and the other 50% they don't like him. But in the end, everybody talks about him, and that's pretty much like matching with Marc's attitude. So he has good things and he has some bad things, which makes him like a complete sportive person.
Marc is a little bit of a special one, so he never make practice, he only go for racing. So many people told me he should be a talent. As for your father, it's not easy to say something about the son and his career, but after 2 years I accept that it must be talent, because he never did practice, and so it must be talent more than work.